So I got an email with you all asking questions about how it's performing on the server, and the DBA said he didn't know what y'all were asking, so he asked if I would create a video to show you all what's happening when I'm doing a search. So I went into our test instance because that's where we're testing this. And I went into the student academic review. And then when I get in here, I'm gonna try to search for a student by their, I think the problem was with, when I was trying to search by their name or their banner ID. So I know this student is one of my students, but when I enter in the banner ID or the name, I'm getting back no results. Okay, so first I want to show you that I do have some crayons attached to my name as a faculty member. So I'm in Baton Rouge Community College, and I'm also in Baton Rouge Community College in Sequel. So if that's my banner ID. So if I run that, it'll give me my PITM. So then I ran this to put I put my PITM in, so y'all can see that I do have students connected to me, and I am the faculty member. So you'll see I have some in multiple terms. We're going to focus on the 2017-10 term for this demo. So then I run this to pull the student's banner ID and name, so I can show you that when I put in a banner ID and perform a query, that even though they're attached to me as I'm their faculty member, I'm still not getting any results in my query. So I'm going to just go down the list. I'll start with this one first. So I'm going to select my term. 2017-10 is the one we're focusing on. I put the banner ID in, and I hit enter, and then I select search, and it spins. I don't know what y'all call this when it does this, but I know it's trying to search and find that person. And it runs very slow, so just be patient, which is pretty scary how slow it runs. And you'll see that my search results brought me back nothing, even though that student is in my class. Now I can try another one, because I think in the ticket you or someone had asked me if it happened on everybody, and I said yes, it happens on every single one. But let's try a few.
Was that super easy? So you could draw movement, draw some stars, draw like
Okay, so once again, I used a different banner ID, and the same results. I got 0 in my search results, even though we've confirmed that that person is in a class that is connected to my name. So now let's go ahead and clear it, and we're going to go to the student name field where it says student last name, comma, first or middle name. So I'm just going to take a person off of my SQL that I've ran, saying, okay, these people are in a class that's connected to you, and I'm going to run last name. and first name. And then I'm gonna select search. Oh, I forgot to pick my term, so it reminds me. So I go back and add my term, and now I do search, and quickly it starts spinning again for a long wait. And for this video, I'm actually using different banner IDs and names than I used for the my original testing. So I'm just doing more testing to come back with no results. But the DBA, my local DBA, felt that this may benefit you all to see, what's happening, which is I'm not getting any results. Now, I will show you that the other day when I tested, and I did by program in Crin, it was working for program in Crin and not working for student ID and student name. I want to confirm the same thing now that we're doing this. So you'll see, once again, it came back with no results, even though we know this person's in a course. So I'm going to clear it again, and I'll try for one more student name just to show y'all it's consistent in the fact that it's not working. And then I'll show you how the other two were. Hopefully they're still working, but we will see. Okay, so once again, it didn't work. So I'm going to clear it. Now remember, student ID, student name, not working. The other day, the program and Crin were working. So let's check and see if those are still working. So if I go to pick up my term, and then I'm just going to put the Crin that I was just using to pull those students and hit search. You will see that my list comes up. And now I'm going to clear, and I'm going to do program to show you that was working. I want to confirm that it's still working. So let's see. I find one that one of my students has. So I had checked one of my students, and this is a program attached to Carl Fetzer. So I'm going to select, I need to select term. I thought I had, but I must have forgot. And then I'm going to hit search. Oh, that's interesting. This time it did not work. So this time, the student ID, the student name, and the program didn't work because I pulled a student off my list and I went and pulled his active program and it did not pull him up. So let's try that for one more. Make sure I give you everything that I possibly can give you in this video. So let me go ahead and let me pull the curriculum for someone else that I know is in my course, that I'm tagged as the faculty member. So Missy is in. That's the same program I just did. So let me try to find someone who's in a different program. Okay, so this one's AASBSTA. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to clear it. And I'm going to do 2017-10 and AASTA. And I'm going to click on that and then I'm going to search. And that time it worked. That's interesting. So let me try another one. Since it worked for that one, let me find another program. So let me pull this student. I mean, it probably would have been quicker if I'd have done SQL to find the students' programs, but. So here's one that's in ASENGR. So let's do that one. Let's clear all. Let's select a term. And then let's do ASENGR. And let's search. And it worked that time. Well, that's interesting. So let me try one more. And this time we're going to do AST. Well, that's interesting because it has two results. Bring back two. Oh, that's AS. That's why. But she's in AST, and search. So if this one works, I may have just chosen the incorrect program. I may have gotten confused when I was choosing the program for the first one. Or we have inconsistencies, what it brings back, because now that one's working. So no matter how many times I do student ID and student name, they're not working. Program, it didn't work once today, but I may have typed in the program wrong, and CRIN's always worked. I've never had a problem with CRIN. So the local DBA thought that the video would help but give y'all some insight into the problems we're encountering when we're trying to query for students on this student academic review tab or page.